Hey everybody, how's it going? Andrew here from IronmanHacks, and I have a very exciting guest here. Eric, maybe you could introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you're about.
Hey, hi Andrew. So yeah, Eric Abecassis. I'm the founder of Humango. My background's really in technology. I've been in technology all my life, from PhD in computer science, where I started many years ago. And I was a nerd for most of my life, but then found the light with sport and endurance sport about 15 years ago, and triathlon about 12 years ago. And that has been my passion since then. So a few years back, I had a crossroad to tech and decided to launch a startup, joining my passion for technology, my passion for sport. And my goal was to leverage technology and mostly artificial intelligence to see how we can help people to train. And that's what has become Humango. And the company and the product that we have is helping athletes to train in endurance sport for any type of goals.
So let me get this right if I've got it right. I mean, I've downloaded the app, I've registered, I've pulled in my Garmin data. So basically, what happens is I tell you when my A race is, my B race is, and I pull in all my data, connect all my APIs from whatever sources. For me, it's Garmin, right? Mainly, and then basically specify the number of hours per month per week, what sports I want to train for, the parameters. I want long weekends. Tuesdays I want to be shorter, et cetera, et cetera. And then I hit go, and it populates a general training plan with me, various sort of like mesocycles along the way with me peaking at my race. Is that correct?
Absolutely. So when we started, I mean, we had a kind of a broad range of where we're going to focus to help those athletes to train. And we quickly realized that there are two fundamental aspects that I think every athlete is after. One is being able to better understand the fatigue and when it's time to push, but when most likely when it's time to also relax and recover. I mean, that's kind of a scene of all of us athletes to often push too hard and think more is always better. So fatigue was definitely a big element. And the second element, I had a busy life, like many of us, going around the world, traveling, family, work, etc. And it's not always easy to train. So my obsession was really, okay, I want to find a way that people can exactly set their configuration, their parameters of how is their life. So the idea is that it's the plan that has to adjust to your life, not the other way around. And then you push as much as you can and with your motivation, but ultimately the plan is going to adapt to your life. And in that way, you will always be on track because the plan will readjust to whatever are the constraints of your life.
So the plan figures out, like if I miss a workout or if I want to change my, intensity for certain days or generally my schedule, it will recalculate it pretty much on the fly automatically, as opposed to, I mean, why should these things be done the hard way, the manual way? But that's what a coach would do, right? A coach would do that. A coach could do that. But of course, I guess, do you rely on the coach for more of the softer side, the personal side, the wisdom? Is that, do you see that fit, or do you think this will replace coaches?
So, I mean, you got it exactly right. I mean, the idea there is that very often I have a last minute change, and I have a meeting I need to attend that is gonna take longer. I'm not gonna be able to do my workout this evening, or it will be shorter, or something like that. I wanted to be able to have the ability to readjust on the fly without the need of the coach, because at the end it's a mundane task. Yes, a coach can do that, but it's a mundane task. They are spending a lot of time on the kitchen table or wherever, putting the plan together for the athlete. But really, what the athlete needs and what the coach wants to do with the athlete is to spend time exchanging, engaging with the athlete, understand the more subtle signal, understand the motivation and all these different elements that are indeed softer. And I think that relieving the coach from having all these mundane tasks, so we see that as a coach assistant, really something that's going to augment the coaches in their job. We also see that as something that will bring a far broader population to the understanding of structured training. So that's also the idea of we want to bring a lot more people being able to engage in our sports that we love with some element of structured training that will come with the self-coaching, and then get them to a point where, okay, now for some of them, it's going to be time to engage with a coach.
How will the coaches reconcile this? How will they, let's say I'm a coach with athletes on Training Peaks the traditional way. How will, like, I might not want to write the plans every day, but I will want to give my value, which is my experience and things like this and guidance. How will a coach be able to bring their athletes over without feeling like they have to reduce their fees?
Okay, so we build the platform really for that. So what the coach will do with their athletes is that they will define the strategy of coaching. They're not just leaving that all the plan to the AI. In reality, they're going to set the boundary condition of how the athlete should train. So they will help the athletes set up their season. Yes, Hugo, the AI coach, will produce a periodization, but the coach will be able to tweak that. Maybe there is a need of having a block that will focus on run or focus on swim. Maybe we'll need to push the intensity or lower the intensity overall. So, I mean, we need to do more threshold work. Maybe we need to do more anaerobic work. Maybe we need to do more endurance work. All these elements, the coach can change that and set the boundary condition within those parameters. Then the AI will generate the plan. So the AI will actually take as an input what is the personalization of the strategy. So now it's not a plan that you customize. You customize the strategy of the coaching on the plan side, and then the AI will generate the plan and maintain the plan up to date.
Makes a lot of sense. So can you tell me, like, do you think this is the future for sure? Or do you think, like, let's say in the distant future, 10 years, 20 years, do you think anybody will be writing personal plans manually?
I mean, it's clear. If you push that to 10, 15 years, I would say absolutely that there is so much that can be done with technology. I mean, we are embedding more and more rules and logic of coaching. We're also allowing, I mean, one element beyond what I just said about defining, customizing the strategy. I can allow the coach to customize how to train for a 70.3. Right. So we're already able to do that within a certain limit. I think as we will progress, there will be more and more, which means that, yes, human will define the boundary conditions. Science, coaching science, exercise physiology will help educating how to define the strategy of coaching. And the plan is just something that's going to be automatically generated. Yes, absolutely.
It's like administrative work, or, you know, it's like a farmer who has a tractor. Like, I'm not going to keep doing it manually. There's no reason to.
Absolutely, and that's really what technology brings. I mean, it's empowering people to be able to focus on more added value tasks, and that's how we see the coach value will change. I mean, to say one word also on what we're looking at is today a coach is mostly focusing on 20, 25 athletes on average to be able to do a good job. We see that a future where that will continue to be the case, but there is also kind of an hybrid mode in which the athlete will rely on AI coaching on the day-to-day, but they still have access to a coach. which will allow a coach to grow a much bigger business with larger number of customers that will be supported. And some of them, when they're ready to get to the next level, they will have kind of the premium level coaching that will be kind of what we know today, but that will also be easier because most of these tasks will be automated for the coach.
Right. Amazing. And what are the fees like for athletes?
So today, it depends on the level. For off season or general fitness, we're at $9 a month, and there is like 20+% discount when you take it yearly. It goes to 19 for single sport, running, cycling, ultra distance. We're including some of the short distance multi-sport. And then you have, of course, triathlon, Xterra, duathlon, swim, run, etc. at $29 a month. And again, you have also the 20+% discount when you take a yearly subscription.
That's great. I mean, that's a fraction of what you would pay for a coach.
Yeah, and the idea is that to make that more available to the masses, so we can bring more people to the sport and to understand how to race for a half Ironman and Ironman and not be, really frustrated for the rest of their life on how they feel after that. Now they feel good because they've been prepared, trained properly, and now they go to the second Ironman or second half Ironman, and maybe by the third one they want to hire a coach because they want to get to the next level.
Right. And then from a coach's side, what would they have to do in terms of onboarding athletes? Because I know when you register, you can register as an athlete or as a coach. So if you're a coach, how does that process work?
So on a coach, you can simply invite your athlete via email. So they will be able to get through the onboarding process that you've seen. But at the end of the onboarding process, they will automatically be registered as an athlete of the coach. So then that will open dialogues between the two. So on your message on the app, or if you go on the web, you have the side panel where you can have your coach and you can have the interaction with your coach, and vice versa. Your coach is able to see your data, of course, not the private data. Messages and stuff that's private to you, but for all your activities and goals, and they can set the system for you. They can configure everything. They can configure also what you're going to see in terms of the Hugo feedback. So our AI coach is providing feedback for workout, for end of the week, for end of each phase, and so on. But that can be controlled by the coach. So your coach can receive those information and decide what to send you as his athlete or her athlete.
So that basically replaces Training Peaks, and then you have the charts and everything in the same way everybody's familiar with.
That's correct. Yes.
Incredible, Eric. Well, I think it's super exciting. I think it's bringing structure to the masses who may not have been able to afford it, and it's including a much wider audience of people who may not have even thought they could do this. So
absolutely, that's our goal.
And do you have like a vision or a mission for this? Is it something along those lines?
Our mission is we want people to be metabolically healthy. We want to bring people to the understanding that exercise is a key element of any preventive health, and we would like more and more people to be physically active, and that's really where we are going. We want to expand that to a much broader population than the athletes. That's where we are going down the road. But clearly, that's we're starting from where our roots are, and that's serving the athlete market today.
Extremely exciting, Eric. And if you guys enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and click on the link down in the description, which is a link to the website where you can download the app yourself. And I guarantee you'll love the onboarding process and the interface. It's awesome. I just installed it and I'm playing around with it. So thanks.
Thank you, Andrew.